Hello, hello. Welcome to today's episode of Becoming Financially Blessed. So, first thing I want to say is thank you for stopping by my channel. If you're here, that means that you want to, make strides to learn more about the differences between online banking versus traditional banks. But before I get into that, first thing I want to say is, again, thank you for stopping by. Please hit the like button once you get through the video and subscribe to my channel because I'm going to keep coming with content like this that's going to help you in your journey to becoming financially blessed. All right. So without further ado, I'm going to jump right into it. So first things first, what is the difference between online banking versus traditional banks? That answer is fairly simple. The difference is that you have more accessibility. Obviously, when you go into a traditional bank versus banking online. And what that means is that if you are looking for more of a personalized experience, then you want to go into a traditional bank, right? Because that is what's going to give you the ability to, talk to any of the tellers or representatives that is there that is going to help guide you through any questions or concerns that you may have. Now, maybe you are someone that's on the flip side of that, where maybe you just want a place that you can store your money and just get the best rate that you possibly can, so you can earn the most interest that you possibly can. So in that case, maybe an online bank may be the proper route for you. But at the end of the day, only you can make that decision because only you know what your needs are. And that's really what it all boils down to. What are your needs? So just to mention like some of the benefits that you can see bullet pointed on the side. If you do choose to go the online banking route, there is certain things that you may want to know first. That would be something along the lines of, do you have direct deposit? Because one of the things that you really want to look at is how I'm going to get my money in there, right? So if you have direct deposit, then obviously it can deposit directly into your online account, and then you don't have to worry about anything else. Otherwise, it's going to be the flip side where you may need to open up a bank account at a traditional bank and then transfer the money over into it. So let me repeat that again. If you have direct deposit or something along those lines, then it makes it easier to open an online bank account because you're going to have that influx of money coming in. If you don't, the flip side to that is needing to open up an account at a traditional bank and then funneling that money, in other words, transferring that money into your online bank account. The second thing about it is you're going to notice there's going to be a difference between your interest rate. Typically, when you open an online account, you're going to have a higher interest rate because there's less overhead, meaning they don't have physical locations that they have to worry about, leasing, all that kind of stuff like that, as opposed to a traditional bank. But you're going to lose that in-person experience. So those are your trade-offs. Next thing would be, as you can see there, minimum balance requirements. So you want to see very distinct differences in balance requirements. For example, typically when you go to an online bank, you're going to notice that they may have zero minimum balance requirements. But if you were to go into your local branch, they may say, well, if you want to have a checking account with us, the minimum balance requirement is $500. If you go below that $500 requirement, we're going to charge you a fee. So those are all things that you need to assess. Will you be someone that's going to be, say for example, in your checking account, floating around that minimum balance, and without knowing it, you may end up going under, and then you're going to hit you with a fee that could be $5, $10, $15. It really depends on the type of bank. Second thing is when it comes down to traditional banks, is that service something that you're looking for? So in other words, do you need to have services like safe deposit boxes, money orders, certified checks, things of that nature? Those aren't things that an online bank can provide. So again, you need to assess, are these services that you're going to need to use? The last part with online banking is in regards to ATM fees. ATM fees can vary, again, like it's noted on the slide. It really depends on the bank. So typically what you may find is that you may go into an ATM, they may charge you a $5 fee, but on the flip side to that, your online bank may reimburse you for those fees, which is something that you will not find at a traditional bank. Traditional banks usually have no fees for their own ATMs. Now, as we flip over to the traditional bank side, one of the things you need to ask yourself as well is, are you someone that works in a field where you consistently get cash all the time? For example, a field that gives you a lot of tips. If that is the case, and you don't want to hold your money in your home, then maybe something that you want to consider is a traditional bank. So you have the ability to go to the ATM, deposit the cash whenever you get it, and do something along those lines. Now, the other part about it is really depends on the type of services that's available to you. In other words, I think I mentioned before, are you someone that's going to need access to money orders more frequently? Are you going to need access to certified checks more frequently? These are all things that, at the end of the day, you want to consider. The last part of a traditional bank is the accessibility of being able to go to numerous local branches. So as an example, if you live in a city where they have multiple branches all throughout the state, and maybe your job may have you traveling, whatever the case may be, that is an additional benefit. But at the end of the day, you first have to take the opportunity to assess what your needs are. Now, your needs could be very different than the next person. Only you can be able to, make that determination. But at the end of the day, my role here is just to try to help you get the type of guidance, the type of direction that you can try to make your best informed decision. So if you do have any questions, you can always feel free to drop a comment below. Give the ability to ask me questions at any point in time, and I'll be right there to try to answer them for you as soon as I can. But until then, I just want to say thank you for stopping by my channel. If you ever have any questions, don't hesitate, as I said, to drop a comment. And until next time, I'm pleased to be here to try to help you on your journey to become financially blessed. All right, take care. Thanks.